as a number of COVID cases continue to surge in Utah, health officials report a new record.
They reported 1,200 new cases and 7 new deaths today, but the new record is with hospitalizations. News specialist Tanya Dean is in Farmington. And Tanya, overwhelming hospitals has always been the concern.
The Utah Department of Health reports that 254 patients are currently hospitalized with COVID-19. It's 23 more than just yesterday. I spoke with a woman who says she almost died from the virus, and she says the rising numbers are scary.
Feels like you can't get enough air, and my lungs were burning. They were on fire.
Cass Ho explains what it felt like to have COVID-19. She says before she went to the hospital, she had every symptom in the book.
I knew that I was in trouble. And then when I got to the hospital, from that point on, I remember them telling me that they needed to find a room for me, and I was in bad shape.
Cass is in a high-risk category. She's 68 years old and has asthma. She was put on a ventilator for 5 days and was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
I had to wait for 3 days before I got an ICU bed. And that was back in May. So I know that these poor people, these poor healthcare workers are being taxed to death, trying to keep all the rest of us alive.
That's the biggest issue for state health officials. Just a month ago, Utah had half the number of hospitalizations as there is today. Staffing is a huge concern, and state leaders say Utah just doesn't have the resources to properly care for patients if we continue on this path.
I am stupefied. I am horrified. I don't understand why people are not understanding that this pandemic is going to keep going on. It is not going to go away.
4 months later, Cass feels like she's barely recovered. Her hospital bills are another story. $126,000 for her 2-week stay so far. She hopes sharing her experience with others will help them understand.
You just need to be careful and safe, and we can get on top of this if we all just do what we're supposed to be doing.
As of today, about 67% of the state's ICU beds are now occupied. The 7 COVID deaths reported today bring Utah's total to 517 people.